Greg here, addressing a whole lot of new people to the channel, South Koreans. If you don't know English too well, hopefully you're down there, you got the closed captioning going, and maybe my voice will be translated decent enough in your language so you can understand me better. I am totally inviting you here because you need to be told something. You are being lied to big time. For everybody else, what this amounts to is somewhere along the way, I don't know, it was Facebook or some popular website or somebody famous, I don't know where it came from. Suddenly in South Korea within the last 4 or 5 days, there's been a huge influx in a propaganda campaign to boycott the 2020 Olympics in Tokyo because of Fukushima radiation. That's the main thing. A couple of them said here bits and pieces about money. And that's going to maybe be, okay, money and business, if you want to protest it for that, maybe you got something there. I don't know, I haven't studied that aspect of it. But when you go after it, do it at Fukushima and radiation, you are totally out of it. And it's so easily to prove you wrong. And it's amazing that you've fallen for this crap. Yeah, I don't know where it started, but it's here because there's hundreds of new trolls on the site and on other pages dealing with Fukushima and Japan or the Olympics. Here's the thing, all you people listen up. First of all, you found the right channel. This channel, you're going to find the best information about being able to show inaccuracies of anything dealing with Fukushima or radiation. Check out there's another channel, I'll link it below. This channel in particular goes through a lot of different people, not just me, people's videos showing how there's all kinds of fear-mongering out there about Fukushima. Usually it's for reasons of money. This time it's for an agenda that you aren't wanting to admit. And that agenda is hatred. You are obviously displaying your hatred towards Japan. Don't have anything to do about Fukushima radiation or the Olympics. It all comes down to the fact that you hate Japan, and that's why you're doing it. Even though you don't admit it, that's why you're doing it. It's very obvious to me. Because there's no basis whatsoever to boycott the Olympics due to radiation or Fukushima. So if you don't want to be perceived, you're very transparent on this. It's very easy for me to see that you are just a hater. That's what it comes down to. You see, because everything you've been told, wherever this came from, wherever all this stuff started here about 5 days ago or so, wherever this came from, you've been told a lot of lies. A lot of lies. First of all, there's been no Fukushima radiation deaths anywhere in the world, not even in Japan. There's been no increases of cancers anywhere in the world, not even in Japan. There's been no dead or dying oceans. The Pacific Ocean is not dying. That's a big lie too, easily proven wrong. Not due to radiation anyway. The oceans have a lot of problems, but it's not due to Fukushima or radiation. There's no high radiation anywhere in the world from Fukushima, except inside of 3 containment buildings in Japan, which have containment buildings. That's why nobody died. Chernobyl, they had to put a containment building around it because it had no containment. That's why a lot of people died at Chernobyl. So no, you've been lied to so many places. Not only that, but pay attention here. Millions and millions of people live in Japan. Millions of people live in this area and have lived there, and people haven't moved out. And you know what? They don't die. They don't get sick from radiation. None of that stuff. But somehow you are thinking that somebody visiting Japan for a week or two or a couple of months is somehow going to die or get sick from Fukushima radiation when the people who live there haven't? Or from eating their food? Abe apparently has said something about, well, we're going to feed people Fukushima food to show how safe it is. Well, guess what? The Japanese people live longer than you. They live longer than anybody on Earth from eating their food and catching their seafood from the oceans and their seaweed and the other things that they eat. It's due to diet. They have the best diet in the world, and they live longest because of it. So maybe if you go visit the Olympics in Fukushima and Tokyo, maybe you'll live longer. Your meme just doesn't work on so many levels. It's so ridiculous, it's funny, and you are exposing yourself as being a hater. There's no other way around it. Either you're just so ignorant you believe the crap, but now you're going to have to learn. If you don't want to learn, then you just continue to be a hater. But you're exposing yourself to being that hater because there's absolutely no reason, scientifically or otherwise, that you should boycott the Olympics due to Fukushima or radiation. It's just a fact of life. Sorry you have to be so stupid. Now, guess what? Yeah, I understand why you hate Japan. Japan has a lot of bad things they do, and it stems from World War II and even a little before that. how you've had hatred for the last 80 years to Japan. I understand that. But by boycotting the Olympics because of radiation, you're showing that you actually hate them and doesn't have anything to do with the Olympics or radiation or Fukushima. It's only because of your hatred. That's it. We've got enough hatred in my country. God dang it. Why don't you stop the hatred in your own country too? Yeah, you've got trade wars going on with Japan. You've banned their food, the seafood, and so other things you're trying to do. So what? If it's an economic thing, deal with it differently. It's not because of Japan or radiation. Whatever your beefs are with Japan, you are just a hater by trying to do it through the Olympics. So here's some more links. This video I showed in more detail what I'm talking about here about the Olympics. And all you South Koreans out there that are just starting to do this, either get a clue or get off the internet.